Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm in Dallas at the Global NaaS Event, and today I'm joined by Daniel Bar-Lev. He's Chief Product Officer at the MEF. Daniel, welcome to my hot seat.
Thank you, Isabel. It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
So the industry is moving and changing so fast. What do you think is the biggest change that you've seen in the last 12 months?
So we're focused on automation, and business automation requires APIs, and that's what we're doing, open standard APIs. We've talked a lot about them, LSO APIs. We've been doing this for many, many years, more years than I care to remember. We started really the LSO story in 2016. And at the beginning, it was just very heavy lifting. We would come and say, it's important to do open standard APIs. And people would look at us and they would think, that's just something that IT deals with. That's in the IT department. Who's interested in APIs? But the biggest change for me has been over the last year, and especially over the last couple of months, is business people coming and talking about APIs in a very natural way and saying that they are a business imperative. And it's something much, much more than what's going on in the IT department. For them, it's make or break. It's about enabling revenue streams, new products to interface with the customer and the application developer. And this is a major change. And it's so encouraging because it opens up a whole new vista of opportunities also in the standardization environment.
All your hard work is paying off.
Eventually, yes. Slowly but surely. That's the way it looks.
So what do you think is the dark horse when it comes to network as a service in the next 12 months?
Well, I don't know if you've heard the expression, but nobody knows you're a dog on the internet. I don't know if you've ever heard that expression, but there's a wonderful cartoon where there are two dogs, and one of them in this cartoon is at a desk with its paws on the keyboard, and he's gleefully saying to the other dog, nobody knows I'm a dog on the internet. And we're getting to the point now with NaaS that we're going to have to really understand who we're doing business with. And it's not just people, it's not just businesses, but it's things. And that's predicated on trust. And we haven't really given that a lot of thought. We've thought about how to do all the connections and how to do the orchestration and the automation, but not enough about trust. And I think that's going to be a very, very big deal, especially now you're seeing with generative AI, deep fake, the ability to fake not just images, audio in a very convincing way, documents and so on and so forth. That's going to be an important part of NaaS. How do we cope with that? And how do we ensure that supply chains and everybody that's participating in them can be trusted, that what they are actually passing through, that data that's coming over the network, can be trusted? I think that's going to be the big story in the coming year.
I agree. Trust is everything, because once you lose trust, it's almost impossible to gain it back.
Exactly. I don't know if you know, there was an example in the UK, completely different area, where it turned out that there were meat products, lasagna and things like that had horse meat in them. But in the ingredients, it showed beef. This was a huge scandal in the UK, and they traced back through the supply chain how, who had swapped the labels and so on and so forth. That was a big deal at the time. But you think what can happen in the cyberspace,
yes,
when people are changing what is actually delivered. That's a really big deal.
And this week was amazing. Congratulations on an amazing event. It was one of my favorite events of the year.
Thank you.
What was your favorite part of the event?
Well, for me, it's that sense of community. It's the vibe. It's so encouraging to see not only, the people that get the work done, but to see the senior people coming in and expressing their views and discussing, and people networking from all levels of the organization, from all stakeholders coming together and chatting. And it's a pretty intimate environment. You can meet people over and over again in a very informal way. It's not too large, but you've got the really high quality people with the expertise talking very openly. I love that vibe. It's just a community vibe. And I do sense a change that for quite a few years, data communications, telecoms has been a little bit of, passé. I get the feeling now that that's changing, that there's this energy now that what we're doing is really important, really exciting, very fast moving, and people want to be a part of that. And that I felt here at the event this year.
Daniel, congratulations on an amazing event. And until next year.
Thank you, Isabel. Looking forward to seeing you next year as well.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next HOTShot.